Hey guys! So I'm in a new angle today, but I thought I would just switch it up and see what happens. So yeah, I'm doing my July wrap up, and I know it's kind of late. We're already like halfway through August, but I thought better late than never. But there are a few books that I didn't talk about in my booktubeathon wrap up that I read in July that I'd like to talk to you guys about and just share with you the books that I got through in the month of July, because it was actually a really great reading month for me, so I'm excited to get through all the books. So in total I read 6 books this month, so yeah, let's just get started with the first one. So the first book I actually listened to on Audible, and it was This Is Just My Face, Try Not to Stare by Gabourey Sidibe. And she is a phenomenal actress. She currently, I think, is in the Empire TV show. I'm not sure, I don't really watch it, but I know her from the movie Precious. But she just recently came out with this kind of like autobiography of herself and her journey to becoming an actress. And I thought it was really, really good. I generally try to read one of these like memoirs about a famous person once a month or occasionally, and I found this one to be really, really funny, snarky. It was just a very unique take on the whole memoir genre, and I absolutely adored it. I think she's a really funny person, and I liked her journey, and it was just really interesting to listen to. If you are into these like memoir, celebrity memoir books, I would definitely consider checking this one out. It will keep you entertained for a while. The next book that I read was Dreamland by Sarah Dessen. Now this was a reread for me. I read this book a long time ago, back when I was in high school, and it's probably one of my favorite Sarah Dessen novels. I think it's just the one that stuck with me the most because it was very different from all of her other books. This one deals with emotional and physical abuse, and reading it a second time, I still really enjoyed it, but I think it's kind of lost on me because I'm not at that age anymore. I really enjoy Sarah Dessen's writing, and her stories are just very interesting and unique and captivating, so it was a very enjoyable reread, though I'd have to say it wasn't as good as I remember it being, but that just might be because my tastes are changing. I don't generally read a lot of young adult contemporary anymore, so I thought I would just give this one another shot, and it was just a nice easy read to get me started on the month. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you have not heard of Sarah Dessen or checked out any of her books and you're into YA contemporary, I would definitely suggest her. She's a really great author, and I've read the majority of her books, not so much of the new ones that have come out in the recent couple of years, but I basically like binged read all of her books one summer in high school, and the best choice ever because her stories are really great. And the next books I finished was Rhen by Charity W. Kelly, and this I was sent a copy in return for an honest review, and I have to say I really enjoyed this book. It's like a high fantasy book that kind of has like, it's about controversy between different worlds and empires, I guess, in on these worlds. And we follow our main character, Rhen, who was adopted by one of the more commanding warlike empires, but he comes from an elven empire that is more peaceful, and he goes back to his real parents as a way to go to college to learn more. And it's just an interesting book. I think this is going to be a series, I'm not entirely sure, but this one definitely ends on with the potential for more books to come. But it was definitely interesting. I liked all the different characters. If you're into like boarding school kind of stories, with something like this would probably interest you, but it takes it on to like a fantasy element, which is really nice. I do have to say though, some of the times the politics was a little confusing, and the different like alien races or empires were a little confusing to follow, and sometimes the plot was a little unbelievable, but overall I think this was a very enjoyable book, and I would definitely check it out if you're interested in the fantasy genre, or if you like books about like boarding school life, because I really enjoy those kinds of books. And the next 3 books you probably would have already seen if you watched my booktubeathon wrap up, but if not, you can check it up up here or down below in the description. I am not going to talk about these books too much because I gave them a pretty in-depth review on that video, so if you want to know more about these books, just check out that video. But the first book that I completed for Booktubeathon was Show Your Work by Austin Kleon, and then I read the poem Let Them Eat Chaos by Kate Tempest. I actually listened to this, but by far the best thing that I read for Booktubeathon. It was amazing. And the last book that I completed was One Day We'll All Be Dead and None of This Will Matter by Sachi Cool. And yeah, so those are the 6 books that I got through in July. And so far, my August has been pretty great too. So look forward to my August wrap up, which will be coming in like a couple of weeks, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys finished reading in July and have read any of these books and would like to discuss them in the comments below. Let me know. And I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.